In this video, I'm counting down the top 6 weight loss myths. These are misconceptions that are preventing people from being able to lose weight. There were actually a lot of myths that I wanted to mention in this video, but I tried to narrow it down. Let me know what your obstacles with weight loss are, and I will continue this series knocking out the weight loss myths. So the first weight loss myth is that you can lose lots of weight very quickly with extreme dieting and calorie restriction. Now, technically, that is true. You can lose a lot of weight very quickly. But the reason that I consider this a myth is because losing lots of weight in a very short period of time not only is kind of unhealthy for you, but it's also just setting you up to, guess what? Gain that weight back. We've all heard that saying, easy come, easy go. And in the case of your waistline, it's easy go, easy come right back and give you saddlebags again. So what I mean is that the quicker you burn that fat off, the quicker you lose weight, the more likely it is that you're gonna gain all of that weight back. And that's great for the weight loss industry because they're just creating these repeat customers. But that sucks for us. So my recommendation is to go ahead and eat enough food to satisfy your hunger. And we'll talk more about that later on. But the bottom line here is to avoid calorie restriction. Avoid extreme changes to your diet that are going to cause extreme weight loss. And instead, focus on smaller changes that you can make to your diet that are going to be sustainable habits that will help you keep the weight off once and for all. The second weight loss myth is that fat-free foods and sugar-free foods are gonna help you lose weight. So I have a couple of prime examples here. We have non-fat Greek yogurt, which is very typically considered a good food for weight loss. We have things like fat-free peanut butter, sugar-free Red Bull. Now the Slim Fast doesn't necessarily, I guess it probably does say fat-free somewhere on the label, but it is made with fat-free milk. So that falls into this category. And then I have Diet Coke, right? Sugar-free. So the problem with these fat-free and sugar-free foods is that what they take out in fat and sugar, they just replace with some weird synthetic food chemical like the artificial sweeteners like aspartame. Or in the case of this fat-free peanut butter, we have corn syrup solids and fully hydrogenated vegetable oils, all kinds of different weird frankenfoods, as I like to say. Weird chemical ingredients that are only going to cause increased toxicity, which is going to prevent you from losing weight. These things aren't going to satisfy your hunger, which means there's a really good potential that you end up overeating these foods. There's a really good potential that even though you're having these fat-free and sugar-free foods, these different chemical replacements actually end up making you crave more sugar, which has been found to be the case in the artificial sweeteners. So my recommendation here, number one, is just eat real foods and don't let these deceptive food labels trick you into eating some weird processed frankenfoods. Opt instead for things that are as close to their natural state: fruits, vegetables, whole grains. So as an alternative yogurt, here is a great example of a full-fat yogurt. This Trimona brand also uses milk from grass-fed cows. So that's another thing, adding nutritional value, adding nutritional benefit that's gonna actually satisfy your hunger. Some other good examples of healthy fats that are gonna help satisfy your hunger so you can stop overeating would be these different seeds. And I love these because they're so easy to add to the different foods you're already eating. Cereal, smoothies, protein shakes. These are just such easy things to add in. Add in a good source of protein, such as with these hemp seeds, and these good healthy sources of fat. Now, I have several videos where I've talked about the low fat trap, as I like to call it. And I also have some recipes that show you how to integrate these things. But go ahead and eat fats. Not only will you have more fun doing it, but it actually will help you lose weight by preventing you from overeating. The third weight loss myth is no pain, no gain. Now, with a little disclaimer here, it is important that we challenge our bodies, okay? So there is a little bit of pain involved, you could say. But the myth is that in order to lose weight, you need to be working out every single day of the week, you need to be working out for extremely long periods of time, and that if you're not in pain all the time, then it's not really working. But the problem is that if we're pushing ourselves too hard, to the point that we're really stressed out and our body is in pain, this is actually going to defeat our weight loss efforts. So the solution is going to be allowing recovery time between your workouts. Not pushing yourself to do extreme high intensity workouts every single day of the week. And especially if you're someone who is working out all the time, eating right, and you can't lose weight and you can't figure out why, ask yourself, am I stressing myself out too much? Am I doing too much no pain, no gain? So what I actually use in between my workouts or after a workout is some kind of pain relief oil. I love this one by Elan Veda. And this is great because it actually goes on. It has the little top and you just glide it onto your skin. So it's very easy. It's not messy like some essential oils can be. But do something to take care of yourself, take care of your body, and especially after you do an extreme workout, allow that recovery time, and maybe even use something like this to help your body heal and recover even more. So the fourth myth is spot reduction, or the idea that you can just lose weight from one part of your body. So probably the question I get most is, how do I get a six-pack? How do I get abs? So number one, if you have a high fat content on your body, then the musculature is just not going to show up as much. So the first thing is going to be decreasing your body fat in general so that the muscles underneath can show through. And because you can't spot reduce from just one area, you're going to need to use cardio exercise to help you burn fat off of your entire body. So when it comes to working out, you really want to have a balance of what I would consider the three different types of fitness. Okay, so the first one is cardio. This is where your heart rate is up, you're sweating. This is when your body is really metabolizing or burning off fat, that excess storage of energy in all of our favorite places. The second kind is strength training. So in the case of getting a six-pack, you're actually going to have to strengthen those muscles that you're wanting to show. The third thing is flexibility, and this is the area where a lot of people kind of slack, you could say. So in order to have the range of motion and the mobility that you're going to need to do the strength training and to do the cardio exercise, you need to make sure you're doing plenty of flexibility. And so this recommendation kind of dovetails with what we were talking about in the last tip, which is making sure that you're making time to do stretching, to do things like yoga or other flexibility workouts that are less demanding on your body and that focus on helping to stretch your muscles and give you that mobility that you need to do the bench presses or do the ab workouts that you're wanting to do. Now, if you suffer from things like muscle spasms, feeling really sore after your workouts, once again, stretching after your workout comes in really handy because it's actually going to help you be less sore the next day. So make time for stretching. You can also consider that things like magnesium deficiency can be a factor in things like muscle spasms and soreness. So if you're super active and if you're not eating a really well-balanced diet, consider adding a magnesium oil supplement into your regimen or routine. I love this one. It's a spray, makes it very, very easy to use. But magnesium deficiency is something that can be preventing your flexibility and making it more likely that you injure yourself while working out. The fifth myth is that you can drink less water, and this is going to cause you to have less water retention or water weight. So if you're somebody who is really watching the scale and paying really close attention to the numbers on the scale, then you're probably aware that water retention causes our weight to increase, right? We have retaining water, and this water weight is something that increases that number on the scale. So you hear this recommendation that, decrease the amount of water you're drinking and you're gonna retain less water. Now, this is the most bass-ackwards thing I've heard in a really long time, because guess what? When you dehydrate your body, that makes your body more likely to retain water, because dehydration is one of the absolute worst things for your body overall. And that could be a tip in and of itself, is just drink more water, don't get dehydrated. So the solution here is not to drink less water, but to figure out what is it that's making you retain water. Now, one of those things that can make us retain water is a lack of electrolytes. So we get things like this, Powerade, with electrolytes. But unfortunately, this guy is loaded with so many weird chemicals, artificial colors, sugar, and artificial sweeteners, and high fructose corn syrup. This is not good for you, and it's far from the only place to get electrolytes. So my favorite beverage while I'm working out, and I literally bring coconut water to every fitness shoot that we do on Psychetruth. So the girls are slamming coconut water between videos, and it's because it gives you electrolytes, which is excellent. And for that matter, you get electrolytes from any natural fruit or vegetable, okay? They all contain these wonderful things that help contribute to us, or help contribute to our body being able to use the water that we are consuming. And what I want to show you is just that it's very important when you look at the ingredients on the coconut water that the only ingredient you see is coconut water. Myth number 6 is that you need to take weight loss supplements or sign up for some really expensive weight loss program in order to lose weight. Now, it's not to say that there aren't some supplements that can help people to lose weight. And in many cases, we are actually nutritionally deficient or not getting all the nutrients we need. And this nutrient deficiency causes us to be unable to lose weight or not have energy or whatever that problem is. So if you're having trouble losing weight, you may want to consider that you're not getting all of the nutrients your body needs in order to do the things that it needs to do, right? To help you metabolize fat, to help regulate your blood sugar, et cetera, et cetera. And on the kind of other side of that, the area of supplements, the only supplement that I take pretty much consistently all the time is probiotics. And I actually have my probiotics right here. Probiotics are things that help to feed the good bacteria in your gut. Again, this is something that I have several videos about if you want to hear more about them. But the bottom line here is that things you do to support digestion are probably going to be more important than taking some weird weight loss supplement that's supposed to help you burn more fat or decrease your appetite or whatever it may be. So probiotics are really the only supplement that I take, really the only thing that I recommend across the board for people. But don't be tricked into signing up for some expensive weight loss program or getting some expensive pre-made drinks or pre-made meals. There is a lot of information out there that can help you to eat the right foods, get the right amount of exercise, and do the things that it's going to take to help you lose weight. Your body wants to shed those extra pounds. So if you can just support the body and give it what it needs to function the way it's supposed to, those extra pounds are just going to fly right off. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I truly hope that it is beneficial to you, and I really look forward to hearing your feedback about what your biggest weight loss obstacles are. Be sure to subscribe to Psychetruth so you can see more of my future videos. And if you'd like to learn more about me and my health coaching practice, you can visit me online at karinarachel.com. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video.